Okay, so I'm gonna do my third mock draft. I'm kind of just doing this because there was a big trade that happened. So yeah, that's kind of mainly why I'm doing it. And you can probably see if you look up here what did happen. But I will go over it when I get to it, so yep. And okay, so the first pick, most obvious pick, every single mock draft, Trevor Lawrence. I'm pretty sure everybody would be very shocked if it was anything different. And then this pick, Zach Wilson, he's doing his pro day right now. I think it's probably finished already, but yeah, it's a very difficult situation because they have Sam Darnold. They haven't done anything yet, so it's looking like they want to keep him. So I'm just kind of confused what they're gonna do, but I'm starting to feel like they'll keep Sam Darnold. So I'm just gonna build that O line and get Penei Sewell. I think if they do, if they don't decide to pick um Zach Wilson, they could trade out also, but I can't do that because I'm not signing up. And then here you see the 49ers, they traded up with the Dolphins. They traded like 3 first round picks to get to number 3, so they must be taking a quarterback. And I mean, I've got Zach Wilson here, so I think they would love that in that Kyle Shanahan system. I think he would fit perfectly. And being, of course, an upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo immediately. And be great in that scheme. And now the Falcons, Trey Lance here, but again, like, they restructured Matt Ryan. So they do really want a quarterback to sit behind him for like 3 years, it could be. And I just think that's not a good idea, and you're not going to get anything out of it straight away. So I'm going to take the versatile weapon, Kyle Pitts. He's just such a good weapon, man. So now you've got a lethal offense, and Matt Ryan can just dish that ball around to anybody. You've got Julio Jones, who does have injury concerns. Then you got Calvin Ridley, who's a stud. You've even got some other capable receivers. And you got Kyle Pitts and, the other tight end they got from the Ravens last year. So, I mean, he can play outside also. This is a perfect player, I think. I think they would love that. They do need defense, but yeah. So now here are the Bengals. Penei Sewell would have liked that for them. But, yeah. I'm probably just going to go for a receiver. And I think Jamar Chase is probably a good fit in that offense. Just get Joe Burrow more weapons and help him out a bit. So yeah, I do like O-line, but I don't think you reach at number 5 for Rashawn Slater or something. So, and I think you can get good value later on, even in the second round. So now the Miami Dolphins, who, yep, they traded back with the Eagles now because they were meant to have the number 12 because I was the Niners. But then they wanted to trade back up. So, damn. A lot of stuff happening, bruh. And I think this might be a bit of a surprise, but they did get Will Fuller. So it's not like receivers like popping out. And I think somebody who'd really value being in that defense, Micah Parsons had an amazing pro day. He does have those character concerns, but he's such a stud. He's so athletic. Around like a 4.39 or something, or 4.37. It was one of those, I think. And I think that kind of boosts up his draft stock. And I think the Dolphins would really like a player like that. And I think they fear that a team like the Broncos and the Lions have a possibility of taking a linebacker. So they want to jump in front. That's why they went the Eagles to get him. So I think that's a big possibility. And now the Lions. I mean, I'm just going to take Trey Lance because I think he's so good at that point, and I don't want to get Justin Fields because I think Justin Fields can be a starter straight away. But I think Trey Lance, if he sits for a year or two behind Jared Goff or something, he can come in straight away and just be a great quarterback. So, yeah. Why not? So, just get your future. And then the Panthers, I think they would also like quarterback. So I am not going to do that, actually. I'm gonna go Rashawn Slater. They need offensive tackle really badly because they lost Wakanda Forever, dude. I just can't remember names. I'm such an idiot. I guarantee whenever I'm not doing this, I just know everybody's name. But then when I'm doing this, I don't know shit. Okay, so there. And then the Broncos. I mean, Justin Fields, quarterback, kind of seems like their only position that just isn't that strong with Drew Lock. Every other position they've kind of gotten better at in the offseason and the draft. So I think a quarterback can really change their record and everything. So yeah, I like that. So now the Dallas Cowgirls. Patrick Surtain, man, I just think he's the best cornerback in the draft. I had that like a couple weeks ago. No, like a month or two ago. I still had that, but that was when everybody was really high on Caleb Farley. But after that injury, it kind of drops him down a bit. I think he'll still be drafted high. Like, going, he's so talented. But Patrick Surtain, I think his pro day really showed that he doesn't have speed concerns, and it's just a good fit. So now the New York Giants, and there's a lot of people that I think would be good. But I think they need edge rush, so I'm going to get not Azeez Ojulari because I don't like him that much. I mean, it's just not that Bentian thingy. Just thingy. I think Jason Owe, he's another dude who had a great pro day. And I think he has massive upside, but also really can be a bust. But I like him there. And I think he could be like a dude who gets drafted higher than people expect. So I like that. And then the Eagles, yep, they traded back. But I think they get to still land their receiver of the future. And I've got Devontae Smith. I don't think they'll size concerns with him, to be honest. I just think after the last season, I do like Jalen Waddle, but I think they've got speed there at receiver already. So Devontae Smith, who is fast also, but more of a route runner kind of. So I think that'd be a good pairing. You get Rager, Fulham, because their receiver core is not very deep. Yeah. So now Chargers, they've got a pressing need at tackle. But I think Jalen Waddle just being on the board here is just such a steal. And they actually, receiver is kind of a sneaky need on their team, to be honest. And Jalen Waddle in that offense, getting Joe Burrow that weapon, I think is such a good player for them. And yeah, I'd really like him in the offense. And now the Vikings, they need O-line. They also need edge. But I think Christian Darrisaw and Tevin Jenkins are really good value. But I think I'm going to take a different tackle just for them. I think they would like it more. And I think Samuel Cosme is a good fit in that offense. Can play guard and tackle again. But so can every single tackle, it seems like. And just has a lot of reduction. I don't think they want to take a shot on people that only have like 1 year or something. They want somebody who shows consistency and can actually be a day one starter straight away. So I like that. And now the Patriots. I mean, Mac Jones is here. Yeah. I'm just going to go for that. Of course, Cam Newton's probably going to start. I mean, they signed to a 1 year contract. But again, I don't think he's your long-term option. And I think Bill Belichick would really like a player like Mac Jones to be his future quarterback. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the minds of the Patriots. And Mac Jones just seems like a Patriots quarterback. Like, yeah. So now the Cardinals, they have a big need at cornerback for sure. And I think I'm not actually going to take J.C. Horn, even though he doesn't have injury concerns. But Caleb Farley, man, they just dropped him down a bunch just because of that injury. He does have a bit of a back injury that is a fear, but I think he's just such a good cornerback that I think a team will just not worry about the injuries. I think the Cardinals need a cornerback, and he can be locked down. So then you got three capable cornerbacks now, and it's not looking like as much of a need. So yeah. And now the Raiders. They need offensive line. Just looking at all the dudes. There's so much people. These mock drafts are so hard because, like, you kind of just want to go up and down. You don't want to reach, but I think Christian Darrisaw, again, all line, they need replace Trent Brown on the other side. I mean, I think he could probably be better than Trent Brown. Maybe not on the field wise, but I mean, probably in the future. But hasn't had a lot of injuries and everything and could just drop in straight away and prove that O line. They just decided to cut everybody. Okay, so now the Dolphins have their pick. They traded back quite a lot. Their second pick, though, so I mean, they still got 2 picks in the first round. That's still better than every team. Well, the Jets, but. And the Jags. Yeah, whatever. Didn't think I said that. So I think here. Damn, it's so difficult. So we drafted Micah Parsons with the first pick. I think you need to go offense. And I'm probably just going to take the best receiver, who I think would be good in that offense. I'm going to take Rondell Moore. I like his athleticism. He's just a freak. And I think they want that on their offense. It's some freak athletes who can run over the middle, get you easy short yardage plays. So you got your deep ball receiver and Will Fuller. Then you got your contested catch receiver and Devontae Adams and kind of over the middle. And then you get Rondell Moore in there, work out the slot, even work on the outside. He's got great strength, so he can block and everything. So, yeah, I like that. And now the football team. Football. I think, again, linebacker is a need for the team. And I think Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah here, I think that'd be a pretty good pick for them. Very versatile. Can play safety, corner, linebacker, which is his position. But yeah, he's kind of like the Simmons from last year. So just the one this year, maybe not as good college production, but yeah. Just a really good linebacker, and I think they would like him there. Now the Bears, the Chicago Bears. Cornerback is a need after that. But yeah, cornerback's actually a good pick. They do need O-line, though. Yeah, they do need O-line. I think I'm just going to go for Tevin Jenkins. An offensive tackle is a need. And you need good O-linemen if you want to have a good offense. Like, that is what you need. So now the Colts, they need O-line also. But, yeah, I mean, Jalen Mayfield is a first-round talent. But I also think, I mean, there's a reason they haven't done anything in free agency. Not free agency, in the draft. No, what the hell? In free agency, they didn't do anything at tackle. So I think they're trying to take a tackle in the draft. So I think I'm not going to take Jalen Mayfield, even though he's a mauler. I'm going to take Liam Eichenberg. I think they want somebody who has kind of a better chance of just being an average player straight away, to be honest, and can kind of just start straight away for you. And yeah, he started a lot in Notre Dame, so I think he could very well start straight away for you and be decent. Definitely better than Sam Tevi and stuff like that. So now Titans, I think cornerback definitely need. And J.C. Horn here, I really like that. He's such a good man cornerback. And you got Janoris Jenkins, J.C. Horn. You don't really want Janoris Jenkins to be your number one cornerback, even though he's a good number 2 at New Orleans. And it's kind of underrated, to be honest. So he's a pretty good cornerback, Janoris Jenkins. So Titans fans should be lucky with Janoris Jenkins. Everybody's like, oh my god, Janoris Jenkins is such a bad player. He's not, but whatever. But then you can get J.C. Horn. You got Christian Fulton also. So then cornerback's not that big of a need anymore, but still could be pretty bad because you never know how these cornerbacks are going to work out because it's such a hard position to play. So the New Yorkie Jets. So why is it? Yeah, so who did I pick first for the Jets? Why am I forgetting? I picked Sewell. Yep, and then now I think you need to get a weapon. And I don't think... Well, I do think Najee Harris would be nice, but I don't think that will happen. But I think Rashad Bateman, I just like his... Just, like, how good he is, and he can work over the middle of the field. He's such a good route runner and has that size to throw the ball for him also, and has some speed, man. So I think, I mean, if you're not going to take a quarterback, and even if you would, you do need to get weapons for that person. So yeah. And now the Steelers, this is where I will take a running back. And I think Najee Harris can be a day one starter for you. And probably better than James Conner and Benny Snell and all those dudes. They just aren't that good. And Najee Harris, such a good athlete, has speed, which they don't really have at the running back either, but also has power. So yeah, O-line is a need, but I think they could go for that in the second round. So yeah. The Jacksonville Jaguars second pick, we took QB with the first pick. I think, again, getting a weapon is a good idea. They kind of addressed a lot of defense and free agency, and they did get Marvin Jones and stuff. So, yeah. They don't have that much needs anymore, to be honest. It's kind of difficult. But I think, I mean, I'm just going to get a receiver because, yeah, I like that. And I'm just going to get pure speed and Kadarius Toney. And now you've got a lot of good young receivers. Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark. You got Marvin Jones, who's not young, but yeah, he's a good vet. And then you get Kadarius Toney to be your fourth receiver. He can come and sprint up the field. Trevor Lawrence chuck it up to him and make big plays. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, who we got now? The Cleveland Browns. Edge, yeah. Edge. That's all I'm going to say. Edge, edge, edge. So, I'm just going to take Ezekiel Ojulari. I'm dropping quite a lot. I don't think he's the best edge in the class, but I think his athleticism and stuff paired against, like, across from Myles Garrett would just be so valuable. And if you got Myles Garrett on the other side, then you're probably going to produce somehow because they're going to have to double team Myles Garrett. So, I mean, if he just turns out to be a really good pass rusher, then that's such a big threat. The Baltimore Ravens. They also kind of need edge a bit, but it's not as big of a need. Vera Tucker, O-line's kind of a need, but it's not that much. They're interesting. But I mean, I'll probably just go for edge because that's kind of the only really big need. Wait, actually, I forgot about receiver, man, but yeah, actually, screw it. I'm gonna get Terrace Marshall. I think that's kind of the type of receiver that they need. A Terrace Marshall who can be that big receiver, but also be that speedy dude working on the outside. And of course, it's quite like a raw for a receiver, which is kind of weird to say, but like his route tree isn't massive, but neither is a lot of the receivers in the draft. You got a lot of people who are just freak athletes, and that's probably why Terrace Marshall would be good. And they clearly are looking for receivers. They brought on so many, but people just don't want to go there. And he can block, so I think that's what they want. And now the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans, my team. I think cornerback or receiver I would love. Even if like a freaky athlete, like at linebacker, like I think if JOK is here, I'd like that probably as my pick. But linebacker is a need, but I think they'll probably take somebody later who can start straight away. But I think cornerback and receiver, they're more valuable right now to the Saints because it's not like you already got a good linebacker in Demar Davis, but you do need another. Elijah Moore would be fun in the offense. I think cornerback and Greg Newsome, man, if he falls to the Saints, that'd kind of just be a steal. He was such a lockdown cornerback for Northwestern. I know they didn't face a lot of good receivers there, but his athleticism at a Senior Bowl, was he playing in the Senior? No, I don't think it was a Senior Bowl. The Pro Bowl. No, Pro Bowl? What the hell? I'm freaking out. Okay, he's just a freak athlete and he runs fast, okay? I like it for the Saints. Don't get on my case, okay? I know there's going to be people in the comments going, I don't like the pick. Well, I explain it, and I might get some stuff wrong because it's hard to freaking draft for 32 teams. I'm not going to get everything right, but. And now the Packers, after that little bit of a rant, but not really because it was only like 5 seconds, they need receiver. Quiddy Pace falling a lot, but I think that could definitely happen. Don't think he's the best edge. So, damn, frick you, Packers. You're screwing me up. I think Eric Stokes, screw it. He's so fast. You saw his 40 time. And what's the second cornerback there at Georgia? But he had a lot of good plays. And he is a bit grabby, but you can coach that up. And their cornerbacks aren't that strong. They bought back Kevin King for $6 million, which is crazy. Come on. But I like Eric Stokes there. And I think that'd kind of be the most valuable pick out of like all the people that are here right now. And then the Bills is kind of an easy pick. Quiddy Pay, if he's on the board for them at 30, I think that'd just be like a pick straight away that they would make. Like, hardly have to think about that. Quiddy Pay, he can go alongside. I guess you got AJ Epinesa, but I think you need to get production at that edge position because they had a lot of pressures but not a lot of sacks. So, yeah, you got some good players there now at your edge position. So, yeah. And now the Chiefs. I still think offensive tackle for them. And I like Dylan Radunes for them again. I think I did that in the last one, but I really like that fit with Radunes, and he was a very good tackle at North Dakota State. It is North Dakota State, but he even had the highest win rate at the Senior Bowl, and he's had a lot of production, and he's just a freak athlete also. And they need offensive tackle, and I don't think that's a bad player to take a shot on. So now here, they re-signed Leonard Fournette. They kind of got everybody back from the Super Bowl. So I'm trying to think. Trayvon Moore would definitely help the team, I guess. But there's other safety alongside Winfield was good. Was it Whitehead? It was Whitehead or the other dude. Edge, yeah. But I think Christian Barmore is such a good interior defensive lineman. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. And he can. Sue's only back for a year, and that's probably the end. And then you can get another person alongside Villa, and that D line's amazing if you get that alongside Villa. So yeah, these are all the picks. I'll just go through them quickly. Trevor Lawrence, Penei Sewell, Zach Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Micah Parsons, Trey Lancer, Sean Slater, Justin Fields, Patrick Surtain, Jason Owe, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Samuel Cosme, Mac Jones, Caleb Farley, Christian Derishaw, Rondale Moore, JOK, Tevin Jenkins, Liam Eichenberg, JC Horn, Rashad Bateman, Najee Harris, Kadarius Toney, Ezekiel Jalari, Terrace Marshall, Greg Newsome, Eric Stokes, Quiddy Pay, Dylan Radunes, Christian Barber. Yeah, tell me what you think. Let's have some arguments in the chat. Adios.